Alright guys, what's up? Good morning. Let's get started. Starting just a bit late, so but HTBX was I just want to go over real quick. Was the trade from yesterday? It was really solid. I hit it basically in the morning, and these pops, and it faded off nicely after. And I was talking about this one pre-market yesterday. AUVI kind of got kicked in the butt. I thought I was being patient too. I entered here after this pullback, but then it kept going, and so I got squeezed out and kept going and going. Unfortunate, but now I'm going to be looking for basically pops into these levels. If I can get a 26 push or something like that, that'd be really nice. I would take that trade and then look to fade it back down, probably swing it back down to the 10s or 10s to 10 or 14, something like that. There's a lot of gappers today that are very similar setups, and we should have plenty of good trades later in the day. So you don't want to get on the front side. I don't want to get screwed up. But CGIX was huge pre-market gap, $26. Now it's come down most of it, and basically I'm going to be looking for a 10 a.m. plus trade on this. If we get some kind of morning spike and then it fails, I'd like to join that trend, 10 a.m. plus. Just looking at the daily, you can see that on this gap it spiked and then failed. So I'm going to be assuming that a very similar type price action is going to happen today. So, but that being said, I don't want to be stuck in it because it is a low float. So I'm going to let it do its thing. I don't have levels drawn out, but because, the last week or so I've been trying to trade later in the day. I haven't been trying to get in, at the open. It's just, it doesn't work as well anymore. So I want to be a little bit more patient. So I'm going to be waiting for that fail first. So wherever it goes, I'm going to be basing my trade plan and risk off of that. BPTH should become a really good trade as well. This was a huge runner a long time ago, a few years back, and now we have a 200% gap. Low float, pretty sweet short squeeze pre-market for whoever was short. It really ran like 50% off of this, almost 50%, yeah, off of this spike right here. But it's picked up a lot of volume now. Really not looking to get ahead of myself. I'm just gonna let it trade. I'm gonna let it settle down, and then I'm gonna join trend, likely on the short side. I would like to see a morning spike, and then it fails, and then I would be looking for pops to get in versus the high of day. And then it likely comes back down. I mean, I don't know where it's going to spike to or if it does that at all, but likely back down to the 9-10 range. If it goes crazy, then probably not that low, but somewhere in that range. BHTG, very similar setup to CGIX. We don't have a whole lot of volume, and it's looking to have slowed down quite a bit at this point. So really, I'm going to be looking for a 10 a.m. move. If we can get a morning spike, retest some of these levels, and then fail, and then comes down, I would be looking for pops and bounces, risking that high of day. So very simple and very similar to CGIX, and daily is very similar to CGIX as well. That gap and filled before and then passed. So UAMY, I just haven't watched, just kind of looking what it does. It's a slow multi-day runner with a big gap today, looking like it's failing now. So I mean, pops into, you know, the $1.70, $1.80, risking $2, something like that, but not really on my top watch. What's up, Van? Good morning. GMDA, actually just noticed that it has very low volume, so not really going to be interested in this one. Plus the daily is pretty clean. The only thing it's got is it's, you know, a decent gap today, so if I take a trade, you know, it's going to be later. This is a secondary watch as well, not really anything I'm interested in. And then Neptune, same exact thing as CGIX and BHTG. It's come down now quite a bit. It's looking like it's settled down now. If you can get a morning spike retest, maybe the 450s, maybe the 5s ideally, and then, you know, risking the pre-market highs. You know, if you look at the daily, there's really not any sort of day that will tell you that this gaps and fails. So this is more of a trickier chart to trade in terms of the daily. You don't know exactly what it's going to do. You can just assume that it's going to fail when it retests these levels, but that's about all you can do. And if it holds, then you just got to get out. And then switch bias and then go on the long side. ACAC, not really, more like a third watch, not really, don't really care too much about this. I'm not really going to go over this one. GSAT, a nice nice run so far. Breakout over the $1.50, lots of volume yesterday. Ideally, I would like to see just some kind of blowout extension on huge volume today, pre-market, or out of the open, I mean, sorry. You know, if we can spike to like 350, $4, and then fail, come down, that'd be perfect. I would look to join the trend. But it's kind of crazy, so not really sure what it can do, so you just got to be patient. So, but that's kind of what I would like to see. And very similar to SNDL, same thing. Multi-day runner at this point. Huge float though, so kind of a crazy move, but it's more or less a short squeeze. It is a low price stock, but I would just like to see really anything. I'm not very biased on this one. If we can get a huge squeeze, to $3 out of the open, then I would look for backside. If not, then I'm just gonna watch it and maybe join the trend. What's up, Preston? Good morning. Yeah, the market is nuts today, and it's really nice. I like it. We got a lot of gappers today. All right, guys, that's about it. And stay safe, be patient today, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.